Hi everybody and welcome once again
Good
as
evening.
usual to Hampshire Outdoors and Survival.
God, that hurt my ears.
Sorry, love. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all feeling fit, fine and funky. Hope everything's going well for you guys wherever you are. Before we start, something I'd like to do in future basis, just a quick moment's head down. Quick thought for anybody in this world that may be suffering with any sort of disaster, problem, or facing any sort of difficulty. A few seconds just to give them a thought and our prayers and hope that they come through it okay, you know. And again, if you need to share that sort of thing with us,
good evening, Dirty Faces. Elusive, nice to see you. Outdoor at Kiwi. I said I've got four in. Oh, it's probably because one was me.
Yeah.
Because I'm on my phone because I have to. I can't read that far the comments over there, so I have to have my phone going. So.
Oh. Hi, John. How you doing, mate?
Right. Evening.
Right, guys. I am wearing jeans again.
Yay!
And about. How that? Oh. It's all healing up nicely.
Probably he's still got a stitch sticking out the back.
I've got a stitch poking out my back there, which you can't quite get to. So
no, I'm going to wait for them to sort that out. I don't want to go.
So that was with the shark grab off the California coast.
John, I did see that. I can't think of his thingy post. Observation post was all scarfed up and that doing his walk today. So yeah.
Yes, it's been hitting them. It's hitting you guys really bad out there, from what I gather.
Ironically.
Although I got to say.
No, Lucy, I don't think you know, because you disappeared before. Mitch is actually diagnosed at the end of November, beginning of December, with kidney cancer. So the scars are down to him having his kidney removed on the 23rd of December. So yes.
Yeah, I had my kidney out. Supposed to have got update for you guys because you won't know. Supposed to have got me
hi Stealth.
Pathology tests back from my cancerous kidney,
yeah,
severe tumour.
Yeah.
Supposed to have got the results back on Friday. The hospital got hold of me and said they're not in yet. They will get hold of me as soon as they're in for me to go up and have a chat to them. So we still don't know, do we?
No. And now it's my turn.
And
I was talking to the doctor, and she's got there's issues with my liver. So I've got to have bloods done on Tuesday and got to have scans done.
Yep.
So yeah, Happy New Year to us.
Yeah, we're certainly going for it this year, aren't we? Yeah, but other than that, on a joyous note, I'm feeling
chronically loved your stove video.
Good. I'm glad you did.
Maximus is in as well.
That's all the fault of tea. I've still got the board up there. There's still a few videos I've got to do for people, but that was T who said, compare my cook sets, advantages and disadvantages. I've got to admit, I didn't explain the advantages and disadvantages too well. However, yeah, that was a spur of the moment video. That was literally Jay said to me the day before. Yeah, definitely on. I'll come round and pick it up
to get him out because he's going stir crazy at the moment.
Bagged up a load of gear and took it up with us, and that was it was spur of the moment, and I'm pleased with how it turned out. It seems to have been received well. I think people enjoyed it. Maximus Smith, evening, mate. John, excellent. -9.
There, Stealth's there.
Warmest part of the day, it's -9. Fuck, it's going to get rough tonight.
Also, Chronicles was watching in his tent. We had another new subscriber in the Northern Territories, Australia.
Yeah.
In a monsoon, wasn't it?
He was facing monsoon.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit of a funny one. So there we go. What can you do? You face these things head on. It's a survival situation, as with any survival situation in life. Positive mental attitude is going to get you through, and also the positive mental attitude of those around you. There's one or two people I know.
Good evening, Mr. Kitten.
There's one or two people I know that were getting very sort of, oh, Vic, you're going to die. And basically been told to do one.
Maximus has said your package should be with you tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh, cheers, Maximus. I'm getting really excited about that. I'm not going to say anything about that because it's going to come. It's going to arrive. get to play with it. And next Sunday night, I'll show everybody. I've got something to show you guys this Sunday, actually.
You poor devils.
Apart from the scar. Oh, so, yes.
Well done, Kiwi. I saw that.
A very good friend of mine came down last year, come down to a camp,
Good
had a
evening,
bit of a
Dee.
disaster, came back to my house, we got him all sorted out. Whilst he was here, I was showing him some bits and pieces I collected over the years. And I have a large stack of old Farrier's rods, which in my knife making days I quite often used as blanks for my knives. Because Farrier's rods are a really nice bit of metal to work with, they're also good shape and they're fairly uniform. And I gave him a couple. And I said to him, play with them, because he was talking about making a knife. And he went away and he made some knives. And he took the advice. He understood. He didn't just take mine. He went and learned from other people as well, watched other people. And yeah, realised it wasn't necessarily quite as easy as people said. I'm sure he's quite happy for me to say that. Yeah. Things like hand sanding for days on end can be a bit tedious. But he surprised me because I wasn't expecting anything. I don't give things to people in the hope that I get something back. But he sent me that. Right, he made me that.
Yeah, you did, Sticks.
Which is an absolutely stunning knife. It fits my hand perfectly. It's going to be. This is going to be my carver. This really does fit my hand nicely for carving, whittling, and so on. And I'm a firm believer in if you've got a knife, you use it. So Sticks, it's going to get used and abused. But it is an absolutely beautiful piece of knife. And you can see it's a Farrier's Ross. You can see where he's had to flatten out the teeth on that side.
Certainly put some hours into those knives.
Which is the hoof side. And then round on this side, you can see just the remains of the top edge, which would have been the actual shoe file for filing the shoe off. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. Full tang. Made the wooden handle himself. Absolutely stunning. Made my day. So I've got this one, and I've got the one from Jess, the stone knife.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, all these presents and people, it's just blown away.
Don't do. It's like Christmas has come all over again.
Well, I don't know if some of you are, have noticed. Last night we were invited to a live from Kitten Killer.
Oh yeah.
And his lovely wife Paula was singing and playing the guitar for us, and it was amazing. For those who haven't seen it, get onto Kitten Killer's YouTube. It's Kitten Killer /G7Z.
In fact, I'll slip that up on the board.
And we sat there. We had candles going, and Paula was singing away, and it was so nice. It was fantastic. And so if you haven't seen that live, pop on to Kitten Killer's live because it is amazing. Really enjoyed it. And you got Knife as well. God, we're getting so treated. And Willow is being an arse at the moment. We don't know why he's being, but he is being. Aren't you? You win arse. Thank you, Sticks. Yes, Chris was really naughty. Sticks actually sent the parcel to me. It was addressed to me, and I knew that it was coming. And he was also sending a parcel to Owen, but he told me to keep it hidden from Mick until Owen got his. So you were online with Owen and Sticks when he unwrapped it. And I passed the parcel on to him, and he got his as well.
Absolute surprise. An absolute surprise. Absolutely 100%, completely, utter and totally blown away. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's, what can I say about it? Again, and Benny, who, if he hasn't joined us already, will be joining us later. Benny.
Maximus asked, can you let him know what you think of the green bag when you get it? Well, outdoors, 3 videos,
Will
good
do,
for
mate.
you.
Will do. I will do a complete video on that if you wish. I will do a complete video. Outdoor.
Oh, you're
Kiwi's
unboxed.
done 3 videos today. Well done, Kiwi.
And Owen's going to be doing his unboxing tomorrow tomorrow night, and you're tomorrow night. He is doing Benny's balled up challenge.
Yeah, any of you that want to join me tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a one-off special live tomorrow night.
And then a once a pack. We actually got a pack of 5.
Yeah. So I'm doing Benny's balled up challenge. Right. And I don't do spice. To me, I have a korma curry. It can be a little bit overwhelming at times. But I'm going to do that tomorrow night live. Kaz is going to be up here with me. And if any of you fancy giving it a go, you don't want to buy a pack of these, give me a shout, because there's 4 or more in there.
I said he could do 5, one after the other, but I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's all Benny's fault. All Benny's fault.
Yeah.
All right, well, camping. Hello, mate. How you doing? Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the challenge.
I believe what was it? We got a message today on one of your videos that's saying that they tried it and they couldn't manage it. Simon, that's it.
Yeah, so
evening, Mac.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, and I will be honest. I'm going to try. At the moment, it's only Sticks, I believe, that's managed to do the whole pot, and I'm going to try. I'm going to really try, because you know, I mean, can I have a whippersnapper beating me at the top of the table? Oh no. Can't be.
It's worrying though when you look on Amazon. There's a pink pack, a black pack, the red one. There's so many.
Kaz, the most worrying thing is the ingredients.
Maximus said the best tip to do is the sauce first.
Well, I was reading through the ingredients because I thought,
beware celery.
I thought, I wonder if I can get away with not having to do it because of my health condition. Couldn't find a reason there. So it says here it contains wheat,
excellent
palm oil,
stealth,
salt, artificial chicken. WTF? What the fuck is an artificial chicken?
No, in China it's probably plastic.
Yeah, contains chili oil, habaneros, chili pepper seed oil thickener, curry seasoning, and in capitals right at the end, contains celery.
Mac, you want to would you like a pack of that to try? Yeah, that celery does sound dodgy, doesn't it? They're Korean, it's probably dog, yeah.
Maybe that's what the artificial chicken is.
Dog chicken.
Run, Willow. Yeah, artificial chicken. That is, I'm frightened to even Google that and have a look. So my members have had a video up, and I'll do it for you guys on the lives tonight. So Kaz has got me an amazing piece of kit. I will say an amazing piece of kit, a brilliantly amazing piece of kit that you may see dangling around my rather handsome chest at the moment. Okay, now I'm not a big one for gimmicky lighters and
Cobra milk,
trick lighters and things like that. However, she picked me up this from Temu. Now I don't smoke anymore, so I pretty much stopped carrying cigarette lighters. I got them in my kit, but I stopped carrying them. But she picked this up, and I thought, she showed me a picture. She said, "What colour do you want?" I just automatically went orange.
You can have orange, you can have black or camo, but you see, every time I found the camo one, they'd sold out of the camo. So
yeah, we'll start on the com. Not the loudest survival whistle in the world, no matter how hard you blow.
You can't be a Shih Tzu.
Yeah, I would probably get rid of that and put your own whistle on. However, this little cigarette lighter, which has a nice little lock-in piece there, and an opener that it's a flip top, which I do like. So it opens up like that. It's waterproof. It's got a little seal around it. I don't know how brilliant it'll be, but it takes no fuel because it is purely a plasma lighter. So it works off an electrical current with a battery in it. That's all good. But the thing I really liked about it is something to sling around your neck, was it has a really good torch on it.
Yeah. Really good
a
torch.
really good torch on it, which has a runtime of 2 hours on its highest setting. Now, if you're looking at just having a bit of prep kit that you can carry with you anywhere, that's got to be the one, because it contains no pressurized fuels.
Nope.
There's no liquids, there's no petrol to put in it, no gas to put in it.
No.
Torch, lighter, 2 items in your survival kit straight away. I'd improve on the lanyard, and I'd put a better
I'm not
whistle
so keen on
that.
Yeah, that sort of stringy bit.
But as they go, do you know what? Really impressed. Now, she got this on Temu, and it's called an Explore.
Yeah, that was, I believe, £8. And when you put in your order, if the normal order of £15, this one is actually in the UK. So what they do, you pay an extra £2, or you pay £2 postage, and they send it from the UK, and that we got that within 4 days.
Yeah, that's great. I'm really pleased with it. I've tried it out for lighting things. Yeah, okay, you don't get a big flame on it. You can't use the flame for seeing where you're going. But hey, you got a torch on the other end. But yeah, so far,
RH World Company actually got one for Christmas.
Yeah, everything I've used it on so far, including some shrink wrap. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And don't touch your tongue with it.
Why would you want to put your tongue on it?
Because it does that thing, doesn't it?
I don't know.
It's like you just look at that and you go.
No, you don't want to put it. Actually, it's got a little blue light that comes on as well. Yeah. You can't see it from where you're holding it, but
yeah. Oh yeah, it's got a power setting there. Yeah. So when that goes red, you know to recharge it. It's a 2-hour recharge. So
Stuart wants to know, does that double up as a taser?
That's the thing I was wondering. Yeah, that's where the tongue's
come on, Professor, you come up with it. You're the one.
That's where the tongue's coming into it. Maybe a taser for an ant.
Oh, Maximus got one for Christmas as well.
Yeah.
So.
Lovely bit of kit. Well, you guys probably already know. Lovely bit of kit. I'd recommend it to anybody as something to sling around your neck, carry with you. Yeah, nice, discreet. Even in a pocket, it's no sharp edges. It fits nice. It feels good in the hand.
Waterproof as well.
Yeah, they say it right. They say it's waterproof. It has a seal around the top here.
The plastic is almost like a softy hard, isn't it? It's not.
But as with all these things, waterproof. Waterproof. You know, they say my GoPro's waterproof, but I'm not dropping it in the river. Yeah, so not a bad bit of kit. So yeah, I can recommend that to anybody. And should we get into the Wooby?
Yeah. Before we go that, Elusive is doing a film on his water bottle on the move this week. The filter bottle next week.
Excellent. Excellent. Look forward to seeing that, Elusive. And again, welcome back, Elusive. I know you had to take a bit of a leave of absence, but you stayed in contact. It's great to see you out there making your videos again. Really pleased about that. So everybody, Elusive is back. If you want to stick him on your list of things to watch, talking of things to watch, I had an invite. Now, my friend Bushcraft Rebooted.
They call them Fent torches in America.
My mate Bushcraft Rebooted. Right, so I like jumping onto his lives because we're a great bunch of guys, really nice. His mate Crispy Critter linked the channel. So if there's anybody out there from the States joining us tonight that knows these guys, welcome, or come across from them, you're more than welcome. But they then said to me, pop over after Bushcraft Reboot is finished and jump in on Grumpy Grunt. Grumpy Grunt, I thought. Sounds interesting. Yeah, 2 brilliant ways to spend a Sunday afternoon. Fantastic lives, great fun. Pretty much same sort of format as myself. Don't get too serious about, you've got to have this, have that. We got into talk some food. Yeah, I can go get the new Wooby.
Yeah.
Are you a Wooby? Is it a Wooby?
Yes. Not really. Well, on Temu at the moment, they were advertising a Wooby. And, of course, it's the Chinese version. When it came, it's slightly smaller in size than the American issue one. However, it's a bit thicker. And it comes in, you get it in black, 2 different sorts of camo. DPM and I think the sand one, and also the Real Tree version.
So, as you're all aware, I'm a great lover of the Wooby.
Yes,
And
well,
this
those who don't have bed.
is my Woobie. There are many Woobies like it, but this Woobie's mine, and I'll bite any that touches it. Okay.
I don't know, John.
An awesome bit of kit. It's a really good size. As a survival blanket and as part of a sleep system, it is superb. It's one downfall. It's a little bit light for the winter. Yes, you can add thermal blankets to it and all the rest of it. That will improve it, but it's just a little bit light. Now, Kaz said to me, they're selling Woobies on Temu, which I knew wasn't going to be the genuine 100% USGI Woobie. However, I said, go on, get one, because they seem cheap enough. And if nothing else, it'd do as a dog blanket. Yeah. Now, what came...
He's whipping his Woobie out right now. That's the real tree version.
It is a good 6.5 foot long. Okay. But it's just a fraction thicker. Yeah.
You can see.
Now.
See the... Oh. See, that's...
Yeah, it's just a fraction thicker. It is waterproof on one side, and they come in other patterns, including a red one. So if you didn't want to look military, you can go that way. And I thought I'd get a Realtree one. Now, the bonus of this...
That was £17.
17 quid. And I'll be honest with you, if you're looking, if you've got a hammock and you hammock camp, and you're looking for an overquilt, bear in mind what you can pay if you buy a branded overquilt. I would say that is just as good, especially if you've got an underquilt to go with it.
And it's supposed to be waterproof, isn't it?
It is. The water beads off. In fact, I can even demo that.
Maximus said, if you cut a hole in the middle, you've got a wicked poncho.
Poncho, put a zip in it.
Oh, yeah, Alexander, how are you doing in northwestern Australia, I believe?
Right, so there's material. Hopefully you can see this. I shall put some water on it, and it beads straight off.
Yep, that's waterproof. Yep. That's gone straight off.
So it does shed quite well. So again,
so that was £17. So it was.
It's a cheap little bargain. Great bit of kit, especially for somebody just starting out who hasn't got a huge budget and they want this. If you're given the choice, your underquilt is your most important one for your hammock.
FU crew,
especially for cold weather. Your overquilt. I mean, truthfully, to be honest with you, unzip a sleeping bag. Use that, especially if you've got the box end and you can get your feet into it. That works superbly as an overquilt in a hammock. But for later in the year, as the weather starts to warm a little bit, that one, and then in the height of the summer, I'll progress to my Woobie or my US Woobie. So yeah.
Evening, Mike. How are you doing? I enjoyed your video today with you with Shamal across your face.
Hi, Mike. How you doing, mate? I hope you're doing good. I hope it's not too cold for you.
Alexander from Australia's in.
Oh, hi, Alexander. How are you doing, mate? Hope you're doing good. Kaz was saying that you were having a great camping adventure up there in the Northern Territories. Absolutely amazed, mate. Have a great time. Just watch out for them salties.
Yeah, I've actually seen those A-Troll windproof poncho and sleeping bags. I was having a look at those.
Yeah. So
they look cold.
So yeah, another little channel for you to dive over and have a look at and show him some support. He's only got 3 videos up, and he's only a young lad. He's just starting out. I'd love to give him a little bit of support. LPS Outdoor Adventures. LPS Outdoor Adventures. Like I say, he's only a young lad. He's got a couple of slingshot videos up there for the of you that might be interested in getting into the slingshot. Yeah, nice young lad. A little bit of encouragement, maybe a little bit of a few thumbs up, a few likes, and that go a long way to giving him the encouragement and the little bit of a.
Yeah, Alexander says that the salties are on the move. You don't want waking up one of them outside your tent.
Yeah, not my favourite thing. Not my favourite thing at all. But yeah, you watch out for them buggers. And of course, don't go stroking the platypus.
No.
Yeah, that's the little things. So one of those things. Australia, you just even your cute stuff is pretty aggressive, isn't it? So I said, yeah, you got koalas. Oh, look at the koala.
Drop bears.
Oh
God.
dear, I've got chlamydia. I always think they're Glaswegian, actually. You know, they got that bit of aggression about them.
Alexander, have you got a channel? If you have, we can post the link up for anyone who wants to.
Yeah,
join
Alexander.
you.
And again, any of you guys out there that've got a channel, yeah, Sticks is our moderator. So's Owen. If you give him a shout, he will try and endeavour to put a link up for you because he's good like that. In your Sticks, good lad. And
I don't know if Benny would be into because I believe that Benny it was his daughter's birthday today too. He was at children's party.
Benny's was it? It was Sticks' daughter, Twigs. Twigs' birthday today. Sticks, just to double check, Sticks.
Oh, okay.
It was Twigs' birthday today, wasn't it? Because if it is, we'll sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Cheers, Sticks. Much appreciated. Oh, excellent.
Well, now we're up. He's a little better. We're going to be. You know, I can get the much needed parcel sent out to you, John. I do apologise.
Yeah. Oh God.
But he's got his wood pellet stove, hot stove coming.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I really am looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be one thing. Yeah. Right, she's just getting ready for bed. Okie doke. Right, here we go. 4 Twigs. Happy birthday to Twigs. Happy birthday to Twigs. Happy birthday, dear Twigs. Happy birthday to Twigs. There we go. I hope you had a great day. I hope you had an astounding day. Right, Twigs, go to bed. Yeah, sleep well. Go to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just look at them all and go, oh, you're older. You're wiser. Cheers, guys. Thank you for all sharing that. That's wonderful. Yeah, make a young lady very, very happy. Yeah. And again, it's what it's all about, isn't it? It's community.
It is.
So, whilst I was up the woods today, or not today, this week, I tried something that Caroline got me. Purely and simply because the inner juvenile in me came out. And I was over the moon because I was twanging targets quite happily out to sort of 25, 30 metres with no problem at all. So
you've got another 500 then coming this week.
Clay balls, which do explode on impact when they hit something large enough.
But the is biodegradable.
But got me catapult. It's only a cheap one off Temu, but the elastics, got some heavy duty elastics for it. I would say they're the most powerful thing in the world, and the cup is tiny. But to be honest with you, yeah, I was having great fun with it.
It was tested out upstairs to start off with. It was ting, ting,
ricochets around the man cave. It was great. And again, so the catapult, so a slingshot like that. Okay, now
Sticks has sent me some of the elastics, so I can
great
make my own.
Of knowing a chap called Leonard many years ago, and Leonard was a member of the travelling community, and probably one of the best guys I'd ever met. And his favourite tool was a catapult, and I used to go out with a 2-2 rimfire knocking the rabbits, and he'd take a slingshot, and I've seen him knock over rabbits 35 yards on the run with a slingshot. And he literally would carve a piece of wood, buys elastics, and that was it. And that's something he'd done man and boy. And when you really think about it, as a lot of people will knock something like this as a prepping tool or maybe a survival tool. But in actual fact, for small game, which is what you're going to want to catch in the majority of situations, absolutely superb. It's quiet, silent. Ammunition is easy to get, even if you're reduced to finding small pebbles and things like that.
They're
effective. The one thing I do know from my experience with these when I was younger and through knowing Leonard, quite often with a slingshot, it's not going to dispatch the animal instantly. When you're looking at things like pheasants on the roost, which you shouldn't be doing because that's naughty, or squirrels and things like that, quite often what it will actually do is it will knock them from
And
their perch position and
yours come
stun
with a pouch
them.
as well, doesn't it?
Come with a little pouch. It will knock them from their perch and stun them. And then that requires a fast dispatch. That is get in there quick and dispatch it as quickly and humanely as you can. But again, as a prep survival tool, brilliant. You know,
I grew up as a kid with catapults on my uncle's farm. We were always with it.
Yeah.
And clay slicking, getting a bit of clay on sticks and.
And to be honest with you, I mean, I don't know the method that Len taught me to use with it. Okay, just if there's anybody going to give it a go and they want a couple of tips, Len, when he taught me to use it, said to me the thing to remember was to hold it in your hand like that and have it this way up. You're looking at the top, right? So that's your aiming point across there, and you're looking at having that parallel to what you're aiming
exactly
at. Okay, so you've got a nice line there. Your two rubbers,
yeah, gangster style.
Yeah, your two rubbers, when you draw it back, you actually make sure one rubber is exactly over the other. That becomes your aiming point, almost like your crosshairs. And then the simple method is as your arm comes out, the elastic comes back parallel to your arm and always comes back to the same place on your face. Same as it does when you're holding a rifle.
I know, Owen, I know.
If you're using a rifle or you're using a bow, your point of release is always the same place on your face. And that way, that becomes your actual
same as archery, isn't it?
your aiming point, so that you're always working to a consistent point of aim and point of accuracy. And then beyond that, it's just practice, and you'll be surprised how quick it comes in.
I used to have a Black Widow, but over the years I just lost it. But now Sticks has sent me some more elastics. I'm going to have a go at making myself a wooden one.
Yeah.
I used to like when we used to go fishing with Mac, having to go with his boilie one.
And again, using the clay pellets, if you're going to do it for the fun of doing it, the clay pellets are great because one, they're biodegradable. Two, if they hit a hard object, they do explode. They do give you a little flash of dust so that you can actually see you've hit it. I wouldn't say they were carrying really enough weight for things like squirrels and rabbits like that. But usually what you do in that situation is you go over to, well, we used to use ball bearings, marbles. And in actual fact, Len's ammunition of choice was mini wheel nuts. He would go round breakers yards just buying mini wheel nuts, and he would buy bags of mini wheel nuts. And I've got to admit, his catapult.
Lucy, if you look back, he actually has done it.
His catapult was made from holly, and it had a slightly wider jaw than that one, and a lot beefier elastics. And I tell you what, that thing was lethal in his hands.
Yeah, I saw that. I loved your video, T, with cooking the diced beef on those 3 candles. I love that little stand.
Yeah,
brilliant.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was nice. It was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, so there we go.
So it just shows you that those longer burn candles in their 8-hour ones, or the taller ones,
worth their weight in gold.
They are worth their weight in gold.
Yeah,
we bought a box of the longer lasting just to try them out, and yeah, definitely.
And again, once you've got it, it's candles.
Yeah,
but no shelf life on a candle, is there?
T, if you're in that sort of survival situation, you might find a rabbit on the side of the road or something that's been there a little while. So, well, I mean, it might have smelt a little bit off, but with good cooking and that, it's...
Well, the reality of it is, I mean, that's
why... You wouldn't do it with pork, but, I mean, beef is...
A lot of our ancestors would stew, and basically... a stew pot, when you're putting meat into boiling water, and I mean the water, your actual stew is boiling, it is rolling over at the boiling temperature of water, and your meat's going in. Really and truthfully, I've eaten some really rancid meat over the years that's gone into a stew pot somewhere, and it's just been left to boil over. And this stuff's been boiling over for 8, 9, 10, 12 hours, and it is pretty much cooked to death. Okay, there is going to be no bacteria in there. There is going to be nothing in there that will harm you. And that's how our ancestors got round it. Boiling the food, making a stew and cooking it intensely is a way of protecting yourself. And in nearly all survival situations, when people say to me, how would you cook? And people think of the old Robin Hood situation with a rabbit on a stick over a fire. It's a waste of a rabbit.
Yep.
Right? You quarter that thing up,
It
you get the
goes
stew.
further.
Yeah. Quarter that thing up, get the stew pot
You've got
going.
the kidneys and everything all cooking together.
Throw everything in and cook the life out of it.
Alexander was just saying they're not allowed slingshots in Australia, but they are allowed crossbows. He said, don't make that.
Rules around the world, they're crazy, aren't they?
Yeah.
See, it's
like we're allowed moderators here, but not certain ones in America. They're not allowed
in the
moderators.
States, but they've got to pay a federal tax on them. And yet here, when I no longer have a firearms license, but when I had my firearms license, so every time I did an upgrade or I selected another rifle to put on my license, it would always come back, pretty much recommending that you get a moderator for this, because you've got to think of health and safety, protect your hearing, protect the hearing of others. And same thing with ammo, full metal jacket. Yeah, here in the UK, everything has to be full metal jacket unless you're a hunter. If you're a hunter, then you can have hunting or expanding ammunition. But other than that, you've got FMJs. And in some places in the world, you cannot get a full metal jacket. You have to buy expanding ammunition. It's just, it depends where you are, I suppose, and what the rules are.
John says a small candle set inside a canteen cup between your legs, wearing a poncho, is heated emergency shower. It definitely works. Yeah.
Simple things. And again, people, when they're talking about heating themselves, again, it's the same thing as with the stew. You're not talking about producing an environment that's a balmy 76 degrees, you're down to your t-shirt. You're talking that 1 or 2 degrees that's going to keep you alive. That 1 or 2 degrees difference between frostbite and not frostbite. So again, when we talk about survival, we're always talking in very, very small increments. It doesn't have to be a massive, massive difference. But if you wake up in the morning and the inside of your tent's not frozen solid and you're still able to use your hands and your nose hasn't fallen off, yet you open that door and everything out there is frozen absolutely solid, that's a win. Always.
Yes, there's nothing observation post with air rifles that we've got so many rules and regulations on them.
I'm trying to keep the glare off from the lights.
Actually, Willow's below us. He's sulking because he hasn't had a bone in a couple of days now, and he's not happy with us.
Just trying to get. I was going to put one of the other ones on, but I can't find it. I had a grey one, which would have looked a bit nicer in this light. But no, I'm just trying to keep the glare off because I'm trying not to damage any of your eyesight. Air rifles. I've got 2 or 3 air rifles of my own. A couple of air pistols as well. I keep the air pistol. My air pistols are CO2. And they're based on what I used to use. So basically, it just keeps my hand in. It keeps, I know they're nowhere near the same in recoil, range, accuracy, and all the rest of it. But it's the actual operating of the safety, the slide, and so on, drills and skills, the hold, the grip. It's keeping all that together for me, so that when I do go out to the States and my mate Mr. D says to me, "There you go, Mick," I take it off of him in a manner that's going to make him go, "Yes, this guy knows what he's doing. He's safe." Rather than poor old Mr. D running around for the first 2 days going.
Don't point at that. Mind you, as I was pointing out, you were pointing that across your slingshot at my head. No, you were.
Yeah. But I was being very, very mindful of the situation.
Thank you, Owen.
Yeah, it's again, and that's purely because that's what I did for a living for 16 years. Air rifles, yes, I recommend air rifles for if you Controlling vermin, absolutely superb, quiet, efficient, limited range. Right, and people say, "Oh, limited range is a bad thing." No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
Connie, you will, and elusive, you will notice that with your subs. We noticed it at Christmas. We went down by about 200 people, didn't you? And all of a sudden it whacked back up again. It's it
floats around. It's the YouTube algorithm or system. There's nothing to it. So getting back to air rifles, limited range. So limited range, 12 foot-pound air rifle in the UK. You're looking 35, 40 yards if you're a good shot maximum on, say, a rabbit. It's quiet, it's efficient, ammo's cheap, you can carry loads of it. Okay.
Yeah, we've had old garden guns.
It has limited range. Okay, and the great thing about a limited range is you're no longer worrying about as much ricochet risk or overshot risk or penetration risk. If you take something as simple as a little 2-2 rimfire, okay, that has a danger zone of 1.5 miles. So if you've missed your target, it's cleared the top of that hill, which you should never do because you shouldn't be shooting over a hill. But if, for instance, you did, that little piece of lead, 1.5 miles later on, could drop somebody. So again, you've got to take that into account. So an air rifle is brilliant, and it's quiet. That's the other nice thing. There's nothing worse than making big bangs and frightening everything off for miles. And the other thing is, once you get good with it, you can hide yourself up in a position where you know there's plenty of rabbits, and you can take the ones that you need to take. You can reduce the numbers. If it's a vermin control thing, you can sit and knock rabbits all evening long. So
it's just don't ever take someone with you that can't stop talking. In fact, we've been like before, we've gone hunting with someone and their partner, she just kept talking. I could say, "You've got to be quiet." Why? Because the rabbits hear you and we'll get nothing.
Yeah.
And got nothing.
I ended up setting a rule that I wouldn't take anybody else out with me ever again. Okay.
I was actually in the Land Rover using the lamp.
Kaz used to lamp for me. Mate Dave used to lamp for me because they knew the score. But it got to the point, so many people saying, "Oh, yeah, take us out and teach us." But the problem was you'd never get anything because it was that all the time. Your ear, question. You say them, just sit and watch and ask afterwards. People can't sit for 2 hours without saying a word. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Yeah.
I think I'll take you. You meant rats.
Rats, yeah. Oh yeah, air rifles great for rats. Yeah, little 410 shotguns. They're good. I had great fun with those. I used to take mine to the clay range and upset people because they'd laugh when you turned up.
Both and Dan, we were watching fishing.
Yep.
With his
mouse traps.
But with mice and rats.
Yeah.
From the.
Oh no, that was the ginger angler.
That's it, ginger angler.
Yeah. You used to take the little 410. The clay days, and there's people stood there with their Brownings and all the rest of it. And got a little 410, expecting to get stuff for that. Oh, you got it.
Yes.
Oh, you got it. That was a long shot, mate. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And it's like other things to practice.
I had quite a lazy day today. I've got quite a few videos to catch up on. I've got Owens to catch up on. I've got both hand dance to catch up on. I think I did see Benny's. I think I've caught up with most people. But I've got to go through. My.
I'm not expecting many to turn up tomorrow night for the Bull Duck Challenge. I don't want too much support.
I'm going to be turning up.
I said, Kaz, if there's nobody on there, it'd be great because I'll be able to just go. And put it down.
Don't worry, I'm like the Jiminy Cricket. I will be your conscience.
I know, I've got to push through it, haven't I?
So John says if you load them 410 up with stack of dimes, like exciting times with those.
Oh yeah.
I suppose it'd be like our 5Ps we got now.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so when I first started shooting as a young man, there was a countryside retrobate that lived near us. And he took me out one day with his 410, which was a bolt action, and had a great time showing me how to load.
Fantastic! I'll do that, Owen.
38 lead round, so it's a .38 caliber lead bullet, and he demonstrated to me how you could drop the shot out, put that inside the cartridge, and use that through your 410, and how they used to do that during the Second World War for deer. It was, yeah, quite a.
Yeah, he's actually got. I got him a litre of Yazoo milkshake. We've got plenty of yogurts in the fridge of all sorts of flavourings. Just in case.
I've got.
I thought about putting the toilet roll in the freezer for real baby wipes. Oops.
I've got the Vaseline for the day after, so that I can pre-prepare certain parts of my body so that nothing's going to burn on its way out.
OPCC can't wait to see it.
I'm dreading it. There's going to be retching and snot and bogies and eye watering
and even
skin
that's
colour
just
change.
a dog.
Yeah, I don't do heat. I don't do heat. I you know, and the closer it's getting, the more I'm thinking to myself, why? Why did you do it? Everybody said to you, you don't have to do it, Mick, because you just had a kidney out. Why did my ego get control of me?
I just said that it didn't have the exit burn. So you might be all right.
Oh, well, might be lucky.
His other kidney will get me out of here, though.
Mind you, as one of the guys was saying today, I think it was Grumpy Grump was saying today, it's a great way of fighting a cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'll clear you out. That will chase the cold off.
See, it is. As long as you can get permission to take animals on people's land.
Yeah.
And it's not with hunting. You won't always get something.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get great. It's better to, if you're going to shoot them, kill them dead.
Yeah.
Rather than just injure them and let them die slowly.
Yeah. And I've got to say, John, cut shells would be very illegal here. Don't allow them in the UK. But I used to use slug, and and I used to use alternatives as well. But yeah, you wouldn't be allowed to do that in the UK. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
It used to drive me mad. We used to go for walks, and sometimes you come past and someone had just gone out and shot squirrels and rabbits, and they just left there. Yeah. I mean, you're going to shoot a rabbit and eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless there's a reason why you wouldn't be eating it, but squirrel's nice.
Yeah, pot shots. Mm-hmm. You said the word pot shot there. That goes back to pottering. So pottering was the permission that a landowner would give to people to control the vermin on his land. So you're a landowner, you don't want people shooting your deer, your pheasants and things like that, but you might want them to take the rabbits off. So you give them what they would call a pottering license, which is what I used to have. Comes to the term one for the pot, okay? And you'd go out, potter about, and take the vermin off for them. Likewise with the catapult, my traveller friend Leonard always used to refer to that as mooching. He used to say we were going out for a mooch, and it would be going out with a catapult on the crafty, looking for a few rabbits, which was quite funny with him because I had permission to do it where I was, and he would still want to be sneaking about doing it because it didn't feel natural to him having permission to be taking a few rabbits. So
yeah, chronic. My father was from Sussex, and he used to he didn't always take a gun out when he went off. He went off out on the land of my uncle's farm, and he would get them when they're on their seat. Yeah. Rabbit would be sitting there cleaning its paws and that thing, haven't noticed me, and he'll turn on a thing like that, leap on it, break its neck, rabbit.
Yeah.
No need for a gun.
Whilst we're here, Jess is here chronically. You just reminded me, Jess, you are impressive, Jess. That video we watched it last night.
Yeah.
That was astounding. Your knowledge is absolutely immense. Your skills and your abilities are superb. An absolute brilliant demonstration of what to do in the winter, Jess. I don't think there's anything I can teach you, dear. I really don't. You're up there. You know what you're talking about. Yeah, in fact, I could learn things from you, I expect.
Yeah, loved it. You very, very good at explaining. A lot of people would say, "Oh, that's hazel." but to actually go out and say, look, this is what the bark looks like.
Yeah.
Which gives you it's better, because the more information someone has, the better chance they have of saying, oh yeah, that's definitely what. Yes. Yeah.
Compound bow or a spear. Yep. Brilliant methods. Love a compound bow. I'm not an archer myself. My son is, and I've had a go with it. And I've got to say, compound bow, yeah, amazing bit of kit. And spears. We were talking about this, me and Sticks, just the other day. We were saying about primitive tools and that. And I was saying to him about spears, and it's something I'm going to have a look at this year. So years ago, I saw a fishing spear with a detachable head. And the idea being that the head actually had a line on it. You could spear a fish, and as you withdrew the spear, the head was left in the fish. And I took that a step further with Sticks. I said, well, couldn't you prepare heads for a spear that had a socket, so that if you were hunting, say, a large animal or carrying it for defense from a large animal, you were in a position where you could use it and literally ship it back, put another head on, and use it again. Because one of the things with the spear is yes, in hunting, it's a great thrown tool. But in a lot of situations, if you're using it to protect yourself from animals, it's the one you don't want to throw it. You want to keep it to hand. It's what keeps the distance.
Away, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's what keeps the distance in those situations. So the last thing you want to do is actually lose it. And staffs and spears, if I found myself in a survival situation now in a remote place, one of the first things I'm doing is I'm cutting myself a walking staff, something big enough to protect me, be a third leg, check depths with, poke things with.
Yes, Stuart, we've seen your survival stick.
A survival stick, and you look at any primitive. Or no, not primitive. I've got to stop using that word because I hate it. Any indigenous group around the world, the spear, the staff, the stick, it's a tool that's carried everywhere. It goes with you day by day. It
hasn't changed, as it really is. It's all stayed as it was.
Well, as you see up there, I'm studying a thing at the moment, the footsteps of our ancestors. Okay, surviving extinction events. So, if you imagine a straight line, and every millimetre on that line is a year. Okay, we only cover the last handful of meters in our written period of history. All the rest of it, right, was our ancestors, the Paleolithic, the Mesolithic, and so on. The longest period that man walked this planet lasted for over 600,000 years. Okay, and in that 600,000 years, we faced ice ages and all sorts, any number of extinction events, but we still came through, but with limited technology, with limited equipment, because we learnt to adapt. We lived with our environment. We moved with our environment. One of the things with the bushcraft, prepping, and the survival world is you are learning and gaining these skills. When everything else goes completely tits up around you, you have developed a mindset. It's not just that you have those skills and abilities. Along with learning them, you develop a mindset. And it's the mindset that our ancestors had. It's our ancestors that knew to follow the animals.
Like chronically.
To move with the seasons. And to adapt. Benny.
Chronic's going now.
See you later, Chronically. Take it easy. Have a great week, mate. Have fun. Benny, it's your fault. Tomorrow night. 2000 hours live on this channel. I will be doing my challenge. They will be cooked and prepared here in front of you.
Yeah, but one packet, not 5.
And then I will eat them. It's all your fault, Benny. You're going to make me cry. And yes, Benny, I did love the video. Reference to pot noodle. King pot noodle. Oh, yes. What are we doing for time? Right, tea. Yeah, right. Okay, so tea's going to be our quiz master tonight. Woohoo! And the quiz will be starting.
Yeah, pot noodle spoofs are so good.
In the next,
pot noodles.
What are we at? We're at 2048 by mine here, so we'll call it 2010. 2050.
Excellent.
2050, T will start the quiz. T will put the questions up. He will do the answers, and he will also call out the first person to get it
go
right.
on, Jess, go on.
And I will then note them. And whoever wins this will be winning for the pride of winning it, and will become the quiz master for next week. So
I think it's, yeah. Are you ready for the quiz, everyone?
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah, looking forward to this one. I'm just going to write 3 there, 10. I can count.
He has hit his 1.9 target. Thanks, Benny. Benny wants to know if your sub's gone up after that.
They did at last. They started moving again. I was getting a bit worried about it, to be honest with you.
Bolshaws, welcome.
Just in time for the quiz. I'd like one of my American brethren to win the quiz and be a quiz master next week. Be interesting. A couple of silly questions and a few relevant. Okie doke. Okie doke. So, hey, Stealth.
Stealth's daughter's going to be doing the challenge. She's up for
it. Okie doke, T. Ready for the first question, mate?
Yeah.
Question 1. What movie is Alan Rickman's first feature film credit? Question 1. What movie is Alan Rickman's first feature film credit? I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Andy outside got it.
Was it Andy outside? Was it?
I don't know. I think I'm.
Andy outside.
Yeah.
Good night, Andy outside.
With Die Hard.
First one. Die Hard.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right, ready for question 2. Question 2. In Benny's latest video, he uses terps to get his fire going. Which tree do we mainly get turpentine from? Ooh.
Professor got it right again.
Yeah. Well done, Kit Killer.
Followed by Owen and Benny.
Question 3. Right. Question 3. Ant-filled nest is an anagram of what fire ignition method? Ant-filled nest. I'm no good at anagrams.
I am usually.
Ant-filled nest is an anagram of what fire ignition method?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well done. Life's a hobby. Jess, have a safe night, mate. Take care.
Night, Jess. Remember, do your pot noodling.
Question 4. In my channel's very first video, I visited my local trig point. On average, how high is a trig pillar in feet? Four.
Is it me?
4 feet.
Yeah. Is it me?
Yeah. Well done. So who got
Cujo Mojo got it first.
Cujo.
Yeah, I got it. just after him.
Well done, Cujo. Question 5. Which animal's fingerprints are almost identical to human fingerprints? Which animal's fingerprints are almost identical to humans' fingerprints?
Yes, koala. Yeah.
No one for life's a
Rock
hobby.
panda.
Well done, Owen.
Yeah, the little koala get it.
Question 6. What is the tiny piece of plastic at the end of a shoelace called? The tiny piece of plastic at the end of your shoelace, what's that called? Tinder. Well done, Dean. Someone search online, yeah. I can't remember what it is. I used to know it. Starts with an A. Aglet. That's it. Yeah. An aglet. Yeah.
Ask.
Orange. Question 7. I enjoy Carrie Hikes channel, and a month ago she visited the first place in England to be declared a national park. What is it called? The very first national park in England was called by what name? Observation post Charlie in my backyard. Yorkshire Moors, wasn't it?
Oh, that's my one.
Yorkshire Dales. Yeah.
The Peak District. Yeah.
Okie doke.
Yeah, 36.
Question 8. What word included in a great fantastic YouTube channel is created using the periodic table of the element chemical symbols: hydrogen, americium, phosphorus, sulfur, hydrogen, iodine, and rhenium?
Hampshire.
Yeah.
Benny! you little devil.
Cheers, T. Benny. So Benny's on the board.
Yeah.
Question 9. Question 9. What is the rarest blood type? Maybe.
AB negative. So, John.
Who got that one? AB plus.
John.
John, was it?
Yeah.
Well done, John. No, he got an AB. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, John.
Hi, Lawrence.
And now, question 10.
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da. Question 10. Kitten Killer and Jess Outdoors reside in Scotland. What is the national animal of Scotland? Or the national animal of Scotland. Scotland's national animal. It's a unicorn. Well done, Kitten. And so, that is the end of our quiz. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me a moment and I will top up what the scores are.
Capicola, yeah. They're, you don't want to be getting across one of them things. Whiskey. Rhino armoured unicorn.
Well, dominated tonight by Life's a Hobby, as we all were aware. Life's a Hobby, 4 questions correct. Well done, Owen.
Guilty Beaver.
Closely followed by Kitten Killer. And he was closely followed by Andy outside, Cujo,
and
Benny, and John Kennedy.
Yay.
So, well done, guys.
Mr. Owen, it's your turn.
Yeah, your turn next week. Owen, thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed the
quiz.
quiz.
Fantastic questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. T. Yeah, that was excellent. Tell me truthfully, how much of a pain in the arse was it researching the questions? How many questions did you think, oh, yeah, that'd be a good one? No.
Mrs. Hobby as well.
Mrs. Hobbles was helping.
He made all the questions through last live stream. Showing off now.
Oh, well done. Well done, mate. Well done. So, yes. So, teamwork there by Owen and Mrs. Hobbles. Good effort. And again, there is no problem with teamwork. We don't have a problem with that. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm pretty sure Tara was sitting in the background going, hey, what? And young Archie was going, oh, Dad, I know the answer.
What you have to do is we'll have to do a monthly who gave the weirdest answer. Hi, Katrina. All right, lovey.
Hi, Katrina. How you doing?
It's very, very busy in here. We got up to there was 36 at one point.
Yeah.
36.
Lawrence.
Oh, you went out to the woods for
How did it go, Lawrence? Did you have a good time at the woods, mate? Hope you had a good adventure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody, Sam's new tent. Yeah, I like it.
T reckons that Benny wins this week's weirdest answer with Derek.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's latest video with his hot tent. Nice hot tent, Sam. I do like that. I tend to disagree with you. Height's not so much of a problem when you're laying down. If it's anything like the size, it looks about the same size as the One Tigra Smoky Hut. And to be honest with you, you can get a cot in that, get on that quite comfortable. Our sticks, it'll tell you.
OPC said, if I may, he'd like to say thank you for all the support on my challenge. You inspire him.
No, that might not a problem at all. You inspired me to get off my backside, get out, start moving when I need it. You give me the kick up the bum I needed, and yeah. So thank you very much for starting the challenge.
Kiwi's started the challenge as well now. Yeah. Day 2 of his.
Sam's on it.
Sam's doing it.
Yeah, I'm on it. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, OPC, yeah, just keep plodding on, mate. Yeah. It's again.
Just be careful of that weather because don't be going out with it.
Well, he was saying today, isn't it? If it gets really bad, it's not worth getting out, and it isn't. It's not worth going out if you think you're going to make yourself ill, or if you are ill. If you've got a cold, let yourself get over it before you get out there.
Sam was here. He was there just now.
Sam, where are you? Stop hiding. We're giving you a shout out.
Yeah, Benny says if your tent fits a pot noodle, then you're fine.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Austin Powers' mum's name?
I have no idea. Mrs. Powers.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, that very, very wise decision.
Yeah.
Might not to do it.
Yeah, no, don't. It's something you can come back to. Sam is camouflaged. Sam, where are you hiding? Can't see you in there.
Hello. Joan
Powers.
All right.
Ah.
I didn't know that one.
Bum.
Her who must be a maid.
She who must be a maid.
Yes. Hi, Simon. How you doing?
Oh, no problem, Simon. How did your adventure go?
Simon said that he did try.
Yes, I hear you've done the dreaded challenge, mate. Yeah, tomorrow night there's. Oh,
that's a shame, Lawrence. Go.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Wow.
We just had a nuclear explosion in here.
Blimey, Blimey, dog. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I've got to open the door. Wow.
God. Hiroshima's got nothing on you, dog. Jeez.
How the hell did you
leave that door open? Oh, I don't know what the dog's been eating. Well, I do know what the dog's been eating, but blimey heck.
Bloody
yeah, Simon says never again. Yeah, well, we were saying you got there's 5 packets in that bag. So you have to excuse you. I can't even say the dog let off a silent but deadly because that was not silent, but it's definitely deadly.
I am so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. that dog has I'm glad I don't smoke
the first
anymore.
time he's really let rip. That was bad.
So he looked at me. He was like he was laughing. He was like, "I'll have you."
Yeah.
Right, here's a question for you. So I was on Grumpy Grunts live earlier on today when he was discussing pizzas. And so they've got a company over there that specialises in a white garlic sauce topping on their pizzas. I need to know more about this because I hate tomato sauce.
Oh, get a bit of thanks.
Is there anywhere in the UK that does a white sauce topping?
I remember when they used to do when they were the first time the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were out. They used to do a white one. And it had marshmallows on.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's not my idea. Lawrence, just to give you an update. There we go. All healing up nice. All looking good.
Apart from the stitches sticking out the back.
Yeah, bruising's gone down, movement's coming back. Everything's still a bit tight, does ache a little bit. I know it in the mornings more than anything.
We have to watch him though, Benny, because you had something today and you had some chili flakes on it, and he was hoovering it up.
Yeah.
Red tomatoes. Oh, I don't know. I'll put that down and have a look, see if we've got one near us.
Alfredo. One sounds good to me. Cheers, mate.
I love thin crust. I don't like deep pans. It's still bread, isn't it?
Thin crust with a garlicky. Oh, that sounds good to me. Do love a bit of garlic. Oh, spinach and onions, thin crust. Yeah. Oh, John, that sounds good. Mushroom Alfredo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Simon, it does look like a bayonet wound, doesn't it? He's got one, 2, 3, and one on his back as well, and one on the top of his. We don't know what the one on the top of his leg is. He's got one
just
there.
Look like one bayonet wound. It looks like somebody gave me a good old digging with it.
Yeah. So Hang Tough's going into the forest next week.
Nice.
Ooh. What is the jacket you're wearing? Oh, this is.
This was it's a
Costco?
wool one. I bought it in Costco about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was one of their. They do deals every now and again.
It's like a.
So
nice
it's cut like a shirt. It's got the curves in it,
but it's got the hoodie on it.
Well, got the hood in it. I like it. It's really, really comfortable. It's got to be a brand label in it somewhere.
It's one.
It's got a brand label in it.
Yeah, one.
No, made in China, 100% polyester. So it's not wool. It's 100% polyester, but it feels like wool.
Yeah, it does feel like wool. Mind you, I've got one of those wide scarves, and I got it from
a bit ripped off. I thought it was wool.
Primark, and that feels like real wool, but it's not. It's made out of recycled plastic.
Yeah, comfy.
Yeah,
comfy. It's and it's getting into that time of year again when you want a shirt where you got something where you can open it up, close it up when you need to. I hate the hood on it. I'm not a big fan of hoodies. I mean, they have their place, but I always just.
Oh yeah, OP. You. That's his major disaster. You might notice his pith helmet.
Oh yes.
Up there.
Major
disaster.
The major stands in for me when I'm not available.
Buffalo shirt. Yeah, it's
only
about 20 odd quid, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's comfy enough. It's just thought it would be a bit different for this evening. Plus, the house is at that pleasant stage where it's.
He doesn't normally do hoodies, but with you losing, he does like to sit in the evening with it. So
I don't so much want a hoodie. What I like to be able to do. The other thing I like about hoodies, I like to roll it up and protect my neck. Because I've had a neck injury in the past, what I do find sometimes if I get a cold draft on my neck, it seizes up.
It's something we're looking up for Maximus. We want to have some patches made, but it's finding a company that doesn't want to have to make stupid amounts.
I think the last people we spoke to, they
like
were like,
£5 each before. Yeah,
£5 each, and we'll do a minimum run of 1,000. And I'm like, no, I haven't got that sort of cash.
Right, Benny's after a Dutch army tent. He spent last night looking. All he can find is tents with bits missing on eBay. Any suggestions?
Buy one with bits missing and make your own poles. That's the first suggestion, because it's usually the poles that go missing. Don't buy the French tent.
No.
All right, I will reiterate that. Don't buy the French tent.
Have a look as well on Marketplace, just in case.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
The French ones.
Oh, sorry, well.
The French ones have can leak quite rapidly. It's. But yeah, the Dutch ones. And again, the other thing is, Benny, with the Dutch ones, go round all the seams. You can either do it like Mr. D does, go down with around with like a flex seal, splay off all the seams and that, and seal them. Or you can go around there with a wax and treat them with a wax. That works well. Retreat the outside of the tent as well with something like Fab Seal. That helps to reproof them, keep them in good order. They're good tents.
Oh, that's Lawrence. Yeah, Benny, Go Army have them. They have them for £45 last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Benny's, have a go at look at Go Army.
Yeah, Go
online.
Go Army are normally pretty reliable, and if they say their kit is A condition, it's normally pretty good.
Army and Lost, is it? Surplus and Lost. Surplus and Lost.
Yeah.
Have a look on them as well, Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Surplus and Lost.
Yeah.
Don't worry so much about the one down in Cornwall because
no, we had a bit of an issue with them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Won't go into it though because
no.
Can't knock other people's businesses.
Thank you. Glad you like it.
Nice to have you here, mate.
Apart from us getting gassed out by the Shih Tzu.
It'd be nicer if we could all get together in a pub. When I'm a millionaire and I've got my pub, I'll fly you all in.
Yesterday, Mike was Kitten Killer did his first live from his back garden, and he had a chimney going, and his lovely wife Paula was singing and playing guitar, and we all sort of were there with her. I think there was about 15 of us.
I'll be honest with you,
and that was a fantastic evening.
Paula to me is the voice of bushcraft. She beautiful.
Yeah, that was so chilling. We were all chilled out. It was lovely.
If I felt like I was sat in the woods, just sitting, chilling around a fire, and it was just so relaxing. We lit candles, turned all the electricity off.
Dee says that his mum loves to look at that. Says you all look wonderful. Check tobacco for bum buddies.
Oh,
he's got something.
I'm not going near Chewbacca's bum, I tell you. He's after what
I don't think he'd be sleeping on our bed tonight.
After what he's just dropped, I'm not going anywhere near the back end of him without a flamethrower. I'm burning it off before it gets to me.
So, yeah, we have to watch out. We're going to melt through the rubies tonight.
Oh, John, that'd be interesting.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing that.
Benny, no worries, mate.
It was great, Kitten. You know, it's like when you used to go down the sort of pub or something. When it's nothing.
It was fine,
mate.
It was brilliant. We could hear it properly. We could see it. We enjoyed being there.
Yeah.
It was absolutely perfect.
She sung for ages.
Yeah. When I first started doing my lives, I tried to script things. I spent hours beforehand adjusting lights and trying to prop things up, make things.
You'll get surprised next time you do it. You'll probably turn around and be 4 or 5 cars outside going, "Hey, we come for the live."
Yeah, it's you know what? It's more about just go with the flow and enjoy it. It's lives are one of those things. It seems to me the harder you try on a life, the more difficult it becomes and the more problems you have. If you just relax to it and actually enjoy it yourself, you find that other people enjoy it.
Yeah.
I used to panic about not talking. I used to panic. I used to sit here and go, "Got to think of something to say. Got to think of something to say." Because if you stop saying something, you're supposed to do a live. Now
enjoy lunch, Dee. See you later.
I can relax now. Go to the comments, read through the comments, and I see that people are having conversations that are nothing to do with what I'm talking about, and that's cool. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm sort of.
What was driving me nuts was because I've got a new phone, and because my old one was naff, so and for some reason I was trying to watch your live on my phone so I could comment, but it kept coming up with the it was as she was singing, it was bringing up the words and when people were talking, so I couldn't see to keep putting stuff on the message, but I've worked it out now. I've solved that. It's
just enjoy doing your lives. And if you just enjoy it, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It gets a flow to it.
That's the thing, as we were saying it last night. 2 years ago, it's over 2 years ago now. You started this to do thing for Annabella, and then you thought, oh, you know, I'll do a live, and it's just got bigger and bigger, and we've made so many friends from all over the world.
26 of you out there in this
There were
wonderful
36
world.
at the beginning, and
thank you guys for joining us, and for those guys that were here at the beginning and have had to go off and do things, have a great day.
Because a lot of people watch it on catch up because they're on thing, but to like just that whole thing, it blew my mind really, because we were just sitting there listening to Paula singing. And it was, we had the candles going, and it was like we were there. And it's
it made a romantic evening for us.
All you fantastic people out there that encourage you, and we hope we encourage you back to do your thing and share it with everyone.
Yeah, it made a romantic evening for me and Cass last night. It was
oh, bless
really
you, Stealth said he always rushes home for us. Oh,
cheers, Stealth.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a man. You're a man off Monarch. Benny, go Army, 48.99 sold out. Surplus and loss of 99. 15
I suppose
stock.
49.99. So if they got 15 in stock.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's better than getting one that's got the poles left.
My main man Stealth and Flack out there in the Welsh wilderness, fighting the Sasquatches of Wales.
Avoiding the king pot noodles.
And again, there's some more lives that are well worth joining. Stealth, car camping outdoors, always does a great live. It's always fun to be out there with the guys. Great sense of humour, easy going, no attitudes. Love them dearly. So again, show them some love.
Oh, thank you, Kiwi. Yeah, it's great. Betty, you and that blooming pot noodle. It just get appearing everywhere, doesn't it? It's almost like they were, watching, the kids' book. Where's Wally? Because you look and see where he was going to hide the pot noodle next.
Hey, there we go. Stop doing it. Where's Wally?
Stealth was saying the boys had king pot noodles this week. See, they're taking over.
Yeah,
they're getting heroic everywhere.
Be heroic.
Yeah,
I mean, you'll never see one in my place. You know what I mean? Just never. No, I'll be honest with you. Right, so I always say I hate pot noodles, and it's quite funny because I used to loathe them, because I remember when they first came out. I hadn't had a pot noodle for years until just recently. Caroline got that one and another one on one of her amazing deals. Brought it home to throw it in the cupboard. I ate the other one, and I've got to say, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting.
See, I don't like sweet corn, and I would be forever picking it. I mean, the thought of eating one that size is horrific to me, but I don't know.
It wasn't as bad as I thought, and to be honest with you,
I used to eat a lot when I was a kid. I know that.
Yeah, if I was hungry and nothing else, then that would do me.
So it says be heroic in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to do some quite obscure flavours as well, and tomato and beef, which was bloody horrible.
Maximus just had a king bad boy. That's the hot one, isn't it? Very hot one. But 5. 5.
So that's what we're doing tomorrow night on tomorrow night's live. The interesting thing, I know who made these. Somebody called Sam Yang. There you go. Sam Yang. Sam, you got to do one of these, mate. You make them. You got to do them. And the chicken's called Ho Chi. Ho Chi the chicken.
Oh, thank you. Adam B. Welcome, Adam B. in. The algorithm got him here. He's from Nova Scotia.
Welcome from Nova Scotia. Oh,
lovely.
Brilliant to have you here. And welcome. So, as you say, this is a crazy little life for people that like the outdoors, really, more than anything.
Yeah.
Any form of the outdoors, whether you're a hunter, a fisherman, a hiker, a camper, a prepper, a survivalist, or just somebody that likes to walk the dog in the local woods, you're more than welcome. We have our lives. All the people here that you see majority of them have channels, and they're all into pretty much the same sort of thing, and we spread throughout the world. We've got people from Ireland, America, Australia. We have guys from Malaysia. We have got people from
ladies
all
as well
over.
from all over the world.
Guys, gals, the whole lot. And the only
Benny, you don't want to be bragging about that.
I only have a couple of caveats for my channel. Is one, we don't do politics. Two, we don't do religion. And three, yeah, we're just nice to people, nice to one another. You know, and it's as simple as that.
We chat about equipment, people trying out new equipment. Have anyone tried this certain thing? Have they tried that sort of thing? Just general questions, and just having a laugh, really. And
we tell one another about our own environments, our own places. So again, people have questions. We've managed, and I'm so very proud of this. We've actually managed to bring some people together, where people have met up in this, found out they live down the road from one another, become friends, gone on camps together, and that we really, I get a buzz out of bringing people together.
Definitely don't never mix up Tiger Bomb with Vaseline.
Yeah.
But in just over 2 years, you've got 1.9k subscribers now. So
I love and appreciate every single one of those subscribers. It's what kept me going. So welcome, more than welcome. Join us, have fun. Some people, we get it, don't always want to be involved in the chat and that. They just like to sit back, watch and listen and see the old fart do his thing. Again, get that as well. We have people like Kiwi that use me to keep him awake whilst he's driving home from work after a long shift. Yeah,
there's many channels on here, as you'll see from. We've got so many people here. Reigate, I know,
beef bone broth. Oh, I like a beef bone broth.
Oh, Winchester. Oh.
Cheers, Benny. Thank you very much, mate. Was that Winchester? We know Winchester quite
well. Steph was saying, wait until you see the Winchester we had shooting, along with the single action army and MP5 and others. Probably another strike for me off. Dear.
Well, the last underlever rifle I actually got to shoot properly was a 45-70. And by God, I liked that. I liked that a lot. That was, you knew you had fired it. That was as guns go. That puts the food on the table.
I know. I will tell you, as Benny just quietly pointed out, you did not mention the sexy stick when you're lighting your fire, because Benny was there with his jar of stuff and his sexy sticks, which he said you didn't mention.
Benny,
he was shouting at the screen going, Benny, just put them all in.
Benny, for you, my next outdoors video will involve a sexy stick. I will find a sexy stick.
Adam, isn't it?
Yeah, I will do my damnedest to find for you a sexy stick. In fact,
and we actually put we put out wanted signs for the snow that was stolen from your fantastic hideaway.
Yeah.
Yes, that was really bad. You go back to your hideaway and someone stole your snow.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah, 45-70 is a cannon. I mean, I used to use quite regular 38 special.
See what John was saying when you come over for visit, he's setting you up with his Winchester 1984 in .357 mag.
Oh, that would be smooth. Yeah. Smooth. It's a rifle shooter thing, isn't it? It either shoots smooth or it shoots like a bitch, you know. Well, I do like a smooth gun. I used to have an underlever in 38 special, and that was quite a rapid little gun. I didn't have the range, but that was a nice shooting little gun. Had a 2.2 rimfire as well, and that was a Remington. Might have been a Remington, but that was a nice little underlever as well, 2.2 rimfire. But
you see a new T-shirt I've got him coming. That's.
Most of the rifles I had here in the UK for work, i.e. my bolt actions, and that I was a big fan of CZs. So I had 2 or 3 CZs. I had them in 2.2 LR, 17 HMR, 223, and I've also had a Remington in 308. So yeah, it's horses for courses, and each one had a specific job and role in its world. Gone now. Pistols. People always tell me what pistols do I like.
I bet she's grown some now, hasn't she, Benny?
Yeah, Brown and HP, of course, gotta like it. It's a good gun. But I've also been quite handy. I carried for a long time a Sig Sauer P226. I've also used the 228. Love the Sig, superb. Glocks, not a fan of Glocks. I like something that's got a bit of weight. I like something with a bit of weight. The first time I picked up a Glock, now, and this is purely a military point of view, I always train people that, you know, you've got limited rounds in a pistol, so you go from rifle down to pistol, draw the pistol, go to pistol. Now you're out of ammunition. What you're going to do? You want something in your hand you can beat a man to death with, and that was the beauty of the Browning. So, but the Glock itself, as what it was designed for, which was a police patrol pistol or a personal defence pistol, absolutely superb, lightweight, something you can carry all day, everywhere you go. You're going to pick it up, use it. It's accurate and all the rest of it. Problem we found here in the UK when it got issued was the complaint that we had from a lot of the people about the earlier pistols was they were too heavy, and it was heavy. It hurts. No, it's heavy. So we gave them the Glock,
yes, it is live,
which is lighter, and then of course the recoil on the Glock is slightly more than you're going to find on something like a Sig. And then their accuracy went down. But there we go.
Yeah, 6 hours.
That's enough guns, because we don't do guns in the UK, do we? No, we don't do guns in the UK. There, we use sticks.
A catapult.
Yeah, Sig was my personal weapon for a long time. Yeah. Good bit, Kev.
Bob's in again. He hasn't been. He's been offline for a few weeks, but he's back in now.
Oh, is he? Hopefully he's good. Bob, how you doing, mate? Hope all's good with you. Hope life's going happy. Doing what you want it to do.
So those weren't in earlier. I got Rick a new lighter. Yeah. And it's Explore. It's from Temu, and it's one of those. How do you want to do it that way?
Simon, I want to know what you're talking about a Pick Elf.
It's one of the electric ones. No flamings. That's really neat. It's what I call it's a rubbery hard plastic, isn't it?
Equestrian line.
Sorry.
Glock out for the equestrian line. Oh well. Horses for courses.
Yeah, it was only £8. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but it's
good bit of kit.
Light in it.
Yeah, good bit of kit.
Oh, Steph, you've had one in your basket. I actually bought one from him before, and through Temu, and the seller never sent it, so they refunded the money plus £4 for it being late. So I ordered another one, and that came within 4 days.
Yeah, stealth. Yeah, I like it. I can recommend it, mate. The torch on it is absolutely superb. A lot better than I was expecting. Simon, of course I returned my Pick Elf to stores.
Did you enjoy it, Bob? Bob saw your video on the cook sets. He's got quite a few now, hasn't he?
Oh, that's not the half. That's only about half the lot I've got, to be honest with you. Simon, just to answer your question, that one up there wasn't issued for what that one was meant to be issued for. That one actually came off of another unit's Land Rover. It was part of the recovery kit. But as I was getting out at the time, I thought, yoink, as you do.
I'm having that.
I'm having that. Hopefully they've got...
Oh, they do a round version of that one as well. Yeah, it's we wanted to get some of those the glass lighters. You got those as well, haven't you? For fire lighting.
I was going to do a video on those this week.
We've got a few bits to sort of. We've been collecting a few bits up together, so this week will be.
I set Caroline task. I said, find me some weird and wonderful stuff. So she saw it advertised as glass firelighters. They're not actually glass. They are a form of.
It's like plastic, isn't it?
It's not. I'm trying to remember what it's nitrocellulose. Yeah, not nitrocellulose.
It's like little clear panels, isn't it?
It's like a clear nitrocellulose, but it burns with no fumes, no smoke. It's even a good little fire. I want to take them out and try them out before I really
definitely worth it.
Chuck them out there. But you got a big bag of them, and they're just like little clear plastic blocks. hits it with a flame, and away it goes. So,
Lavu said, "Keep your fingers away from a metal stove while lighting it." He zapped himself a couple of times. Oh dear.
yeah, I keep wondering if that dog farts again. I'm going to find out if it works.
If you suddenly see a big a fire,
find out if I can tase him with it.
Hello, you can say hello to the peoples.
Like in a science lab, yeah, exactly. Skills and drills. Oh, of course, mate. If it ain't bolted down, it's gone. It's gone. You know.
There you go.
It's not pinched when you've taken it from another unit. Yeah.
There we go.
Acquired stores. It was, acquired stores. That's how I'd put it. Yeah, it's always been just there to remind me. And again, I don't keep it in the house as a weapon. It's just there as a bit of history to remind me. These were once used for crowd control. Very, very good bit of kit.
Yeah.
And of course, this is the misnomer everybody gets. This is a metal end that the pick went on. Why is it painted red? It's painted red because that was the end you weren't actually supposed to clout anybody with. You were supposed to use that end. But funny enough, that metal end balances it really having so you can use it as a paddle.
I don't know if anyone else has noticed just lately on Temu, they're having a lot of baseball bats on. And I actually pointed one out to you yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah.
This one was it was a back scratcher. No, it's not. It was a baseball bat with like these spiky bits on the end, and they had a photograph of this lady using it to scratch her back.
Yeah,
we all know what that was for.
Trying to get round the rules,
aren't they? Yes, this is Willow. He's our little Shih Tzu.
I haven't heard that in a while. Stores for storeroom, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have our little friend, our little Wookie.
I wouldn't know anything about public order. Know a bit about public disorder.
Yeah, baseball bat. Yeah, exactly. Stealth.
Yeah, and again, I have to reiterate, I don't keep that in the house as any form of defence or weapon. It is purely kept here as a bit of military historical equipment.
You go and do it on Dad.
Yeah. Come on, give me a cuddle. Yeah, I love you dearly too. Just don't fart on me. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, he's got some fantastic stoves, hasn't he, Bose and Dan?
Yeah. So he's reminded me how much of a love I have for paraffin. And so paraffin, for me, is in my blood, goes back to my childhood. Living in a very, very rural and cold house, we heated the upstairs of the house with a paraffin heater. We had paraffin lamps for the shed, the stores, the chicken house, and so on.
My dad always used to use paraffin in his greenhouse.
And the smell of paraffin heaters and paraffin tools absolutely takes me back to a very good time in my childhood. And they are good kit. They're kit well worth investing in and having. The pressurized stuff especially is so simple, reliable, and efficient. It is something that I would put, if you're a serious prepper, especially if you live in a very, very rural environment, they're a tool worth looking at investing in. You can quite often you can buy them second hand. They need a bit of repair work. There are people out there. There's people like Broadlander who do servicing, do videos on maintaining this sort of equipment. You can still buy a lot of the seals. You can make the seals you need to, because a lot of the original ones were made of leather.
Saying he remembering a pick elf doing guard duty at the Royal Lancers. He said he never knew why it was called that.
So you called it a pick elf. It's a pick helve. The shaft of the pick is a helve. Beginning with an H. And you've got two sizes as well. You've got the standard pick elf, which is that long, standard pickaxe handle length. You also got a half length one. The half length one really had no use at all unless you were carrying it in a backpack.
That's what Cody Jones just said.
Normally made of hickory, I believe. Very, very good wood. Will last donkey's years. This one, as you can see, got sanded back,
Definitely add 'em.
varnished, and a drop of paint on it. Yeah, great piece of
Well,
equipment.
Maximus, he said, Max was just saying that his missus moans about all your stoves. I never moan because I think to myself, if for any reason the cooker breaks down, or say we have these power cuts, which we came very close to having about a week ago here in the UK, I know that we've got plenty of things to cook our dinners on.
The other thing is
to win.
And this is another thing to think about with your kit. So not only is it worth having your kit to use for a hobby, for the fun of doing it, it's also an investment. Okay. If I was to fall on hard enough times that I had to make money in a hurry, I'm pretty sure I could probably select 10 stoves, a couple of knives, a couple of bits of kit to flog on and make myself some money to get me by for a week or two. So again, it's also a little bit of an insurance. It's also a little bit of a backup. The other thing is, because I run a channel, people are always asking about kit. So what I tend to do is keep the kit back, so it's there. But also next or later this year, possibly after August, I'm going to be looking at running courses. I'm going to be looking at setting up weekends for people, not set courses, experiences.
Yeah,
is what they'll call them.
Yeah.
But I've been advised on this. So I have been an instructor. Most of my paperwork is now out of date. So to run a course for somebody, it wouldn't, legality-wise, there's issues. However, if I was to run a wild camp experience, bushcraft experience, or a prepping experience, not an issue. You can come along. I'll have all the kit there. You can literally turn around to me beforehand and say, Mick, I would like to try this,
That's the same as
and this. And I can bring it for you to try. Same thing when we run the camps. If you're coming to a camp and you've seen something on my channel and you think, I'd really like to have a close-up of that.
If it's better, if you want to have a
try
of something,
and you're more than welcome to use it.
Some people, you don't want to go spending money out on something that when you get it, you think, that's not really what I wanted. But if you've got the chance to try it, and he's a bugger for things coming.
And when new stuff comes out, so when gasification stoves first sort of really hit the market, the cheaper ones, I looked at them and I went, and I bought myself a couple and I tried them. I fell in love with them. Found out how efficient they were, how well they worked, looked into the science behind it. Spoke to a couple of manufacturers in the hope of actually getting sent one of the, should we say, more expensive ones, but they weren't forthcoming. But I tried it out and used it in different conditions, tried the methodology behind it, and found that worked superbly. So again, that's the other thing is if you're going to run a channel, you're going to say to people, what do you reckon to this? And I'm not knocking anybody, but I do see guys on some channels that literally show one brand new piece of kit that they've been sent by a big end company after another. And I often think that's fine. Show me your brand new super duper £700 stove, light it for the first time, put it in your hot tent, use it. But I want to see it after it's been used 30 times, 40 times. I want to see what it's like after it's been running for 2 or 3 days solid in the middle of winter. Is it going to stand up to that?
Maximus would like to know, what do you think of the BioLite stove?
The
BioLite.
BioLite, yeah, BioLite. Right, I haven't got one. Bit out of my price range, but I've been looking at them, and I am interested because anything that can generate electricity as well as heat has got to be a bonus. And again, using heat to generate electricity is old technology. You've only got to look at some of the stovetop fans and that. So it's a progression of science and technology. And so if you can have a box stove that whilst you're burning is generating electricity and able to power something, why not? It's a brilliant tool to have. It's no different to a cigarette lighter, 2 tools in one. Brilliant. I look at a lot of kit as what else could I use it for? Even down to stoves and that. I sometimes look at the panel on a piece of stove and go, do you know what? If I had to, I could use that as a digging tool. I could use it as a cutting tool. How many other uses could I find for it?
Also, if you're trying to keep your pack weight down, if one tool can do many things, it lessens the load, doesn't it?
I mean, I've got something. I've got to do a review actually in the next week or two.
I think that's about a long list of things you're going to have to review.
No, I've got to do a review for a company. Oh, yeah. So they sent me through this, which I have tried, and is an absolutely astounding piece of equipment for what it is. It's the first one I have actually really got my hands on.
This was sent to us. It's a 6-blade stone fan.
Right, 6-blade stovetop fan. Okay, so basically it's a little tiny electrical motor in there. Okay, there's no battery, but the heat rising works on a plate in here, generating enough voltage to spin the fan.
See that in the light.
And it's an absolutely brilliant. I was a bit not so sure, but actually, do you know what? It works superbly.
Yeah.
And I actually want to try it out in a hot tent. I want to put it on my stove in a hot tent and see how that works, because I have run it here on my stove, and the thing goes like a mad thing. Now, for circulating warm air around the tent, that's
very cool.
Yeah,
nice.
That's a great little system. So again, and that was from. Let's say the company is.
No.
I
probably will have on the.
I think I've got it on the email downstairs, but that's
Signs Tech. SIN. So it's SIGNSTEK wood stove fan. Wood stove fan.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And it explains to on the box that without a fan you're not getting anything, but with a fan it's spreading it all
and
around.
It just it doesn't blow air with massive amounts of power, but it just moves the warm air, creates a circulation. That circulation then is you're moving the hot air away from the fire, so that's going to move away, rise up, and that's going to draw cold air in over the fire, warming that.
Mick was just showing it was a stove fan. He's got to do a review for it. He was sent it by a company to give it a go, see what he thought about it, and
that was
do a video for them.
So I've got to catch up and do that for them. And again, I'm not getting anything for it. I'm not being paid anything. They just said to me, would I be interested in doing a review on it? And I thought, do you know what? That'd probably work in a tent with my stove. So why not? Let's give it a go. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll send it back to him and say no good. But so
Sam
far,
was worried about he's having you can have your tent flap down on your hot tent. If you have one of those, Sam, it will rotate the air around you, which would.
The other thing is, Sam, so that the main chemical you're worried about from your stove is carbon monoxide, but all the time the door on your stove is closed, the carbon monoxide is going to be leaving via the chimney. It's an enclosed burn system. Chimney. So you are pretty safe with that. However, I would always suggest you did the right thing, have a detector. Now, carbon monoxide is heavier than air, so it sinks to the ground. So have your carbon monoxide sensor, ideally somewhere around where you're sleeping, but down at your level, not high up in the roof. The other gases that you can get when you're burning woods is if you are burning things like laurel, you can get a high level of cyanuric acid in it. You never burn. No. Don't ever burn, and that's the top tip to anyone. Never burn you. Don't use it. Stay away from it. Avoid it. Yew trees are toxic in many, many ways and give off toxic gas when they're burning. But as long as you're burning things...
Hydrangea is another one, isn't it?
Yeah, hydrangea. Yeah. Hydrangea especially. In fact, rhododendron.
Yeah, all those sort of plants. Don't matter how much... Find other sticks to use.
Yeah, it's illegal in the UK to actually burn rhododendron because of the amount of cyanuric acid it's got in it and burns off. So again, it's just one of those things. Be sensible. Be cautious. The highest risk to you in your tent with your stove really is overheating because you've got that airflow underneath. So as the temp warms up, the hot air rises. It will draw fresh air in underneath. Hiya, Pro Plus. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, we have had the quiz already.
The quiz was awesome. That was won by Owen. Life's a Hobby tonight.
So Life to Hobby will be doing or at least wife will be doing the questions for next week.
Yeah, we're just talking about stoves and things at the moment, and burning, because Sam's getting into it. He's new into it. Yeah, and Sam, if you want the best wood, because I know I've seen your video, so I know you'll quite often buy the kindling and that. Ideal, mate. That's kiln dried. That is going to be safe to use. It's going to burn efficiently. It's going to make less of a mess of your stove. Absolutely fine. If need be, take a couple of logs up with you. I have run a couple of the fire logs and that in my stove, and they work really, really, really well. And that's the compressed fibre ones. Work very well in the
Also,
stove.
the sticks, when you're breaking a stick off, it makes that crunch noise. It's dry. It's dead. So
it.
yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what is about Pro Plus. A lot of us have been saying the same thing, that then we're not getting the notifications to say that the videos are up now.
I've had the same issue myself this week. It's just doesn't seem to be getting notifications on people's videos.
Fantastic, Maxwell. He said if you can get to a camp, he's going to bring it with you.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the moment we have been looking at different areas to come to in the country, so we can sort of meet up.
We're looking at travelling. There's a place I found up towards the north, Candy Corner. I'm looking at them. I'll be having a chat with them. There's also a place for us down in Devon, Bear Down Farm. They're quite keen to have us down there, and obviously my little bit of woodland here in the south.
And we'd like to go.
So yeah,
we've also been offered some members also offered us a chance to use some land as well. So that's been fantastic.
And likewise, if somebody else turns around and says, "Look, I've got a space where we can get a few people in to do a camp, a meet up,"
because obviously with my disabilities I can't do the camping thing, but we have got a fully made trailer that has got bed, but it also takes my mobility scooter in as well, my off-roady one. So we're getting that. We're getting that sorted, and obviously the vehicle as well. And Norfolk, lovely,
nice area.
Yeah, so I love photography, and we went up to Norfolk and went around some of the old churches with the old skeletons and
got some stunning churches in Norfolk. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 hour and 56 minutes into the live chat, so I will do the usual call. Time, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Of course, Adam. Please share away.
Yeah.
I'll write that
Adam,
down.
Right. Adam, let us know what your channel is
Adam,
called.
if you let us know your channel, we'll put it up on the channel. And I live in the middle of nowhere. Lovely. I know it did, didn't it? It flew past. Yeah. Right. While you're doing that, I'm going to quickly do it while Adam's sorting everything out.
Yep. Adam, if you stick the name of your channel up in your on the comment there, and what we'll do, we'll take a note of it. Oh, there we go. There we go, everybody. Sticks Outdoors is stuck up for us. There's a link for Adam's channel. By all means, dive in, have a look, show him some love, show him some support. It's what we do for one another on this channel. And likewise, anybody out there that has a channel, let us know. Let Sticks know when you're here on the live. Just drop a mention in. What's the chance of having a look at? And then we can support one another.
These are a couple of. This is one of my photographs. I actually had it made into a. Can't really get the colour. The colour's a lot better than it shows on there. This is actually Norway. This was taken in the fjords as we're coming out of the fjords into the North Sea to go round a bit more of Norway and back in. So that's one of them. And this one is taken in Cornwall. This is Widworth Bay in Cornwall, one of our favourite places. And I love to catch the sun going down and leaving the trail across the water to Tirranano. So I just thought I'd show you just a couple of my little pictures. So, and
He's a top man now, Sticks. He's a brilliant guy. Yeah, it's something Caroline's got a great deal of pleasure out of over the years.
I love animal things as well.
Yeah, and I've also, I'm not much of a photographer myself. I tend to be a bit more of a point and shoot guy, but I used to like photographing wildlife. And when I gave up actually doing the vermin pest control and the deer management and stopped shooting with a firearm, I went over to shooting with a camera. And I enjoyed the stalk just as much with the camera as I ever did with the firearm.
I've actually got one downstairs that's about this size, and it's completely full
Lawrence,
with the moon.
Lawrence,
got a full moon.
Yeah. Lawrence Sticks has done a link on the chat to Adam's channel. It's about 10 above you, I believe. If you scroll back up. There we go. Oh, cheers, Sticks. Stuck it back up. Good man.
Thank you. Man. Yeah, so I've got a few of my cameras. I've got so many pictures of animals, and I love sunsets and textures. You know, when you look at a rock and it's got a texture to it, or natural things, yeah,
it's all good fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is all good fun. Great deal of pleasure. Anyhow, guys, it's Sunday night. It's getting on for 2200 hours here in the UK, so it's wind up time.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've enjoyed this evening. You've had a great time. Thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been a real pleasure, a real pick-up to me. Makes Kaz smile.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've all had a great time. Have a think about next week. If there's anything you want to ask, don't ever worry about asking it. If I don't know the answer, I guarantee you somebody there in the chat will. So this is a place to come and gain information. It's a friendly, likeable.
And if you'd like to leave a comment on the end, we'd love it. You know, just leave a like and a comment. It'd be fantastic.
All helps. All helps. So again, guys, wherever you are in this wonderful world of ours, right, have an absolutely awesome week. Don't work too hard. Enjoy yourselves. If you get a chance to get outside, do. If you've got a channel, happy filming. Happy editing. It's a great deal of pleasure in editing.
If the weather's rubbish, stay warm.
Stay warm. But more importantly than anything else, love those you do. Forgive those you don't. May peace and light be upon you. This is from Mick, Kaz, Willow, Mac, and Jace at Hampshire Outdoors.
You're welcome, Adam. Nice to see you again.
Till next time, take it easy. Have fun. Be good. Stay warm. Mickey out.